Hello, everyone. My name is Tayelor Bryant, and I'm so glad that you're here listening to me talk today about an important issue that impacts us all, and that is women's heart health. Now, before we start our discussion, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm currently a Master of Public Health candidate at UNC Chapel Hill, concentrating in leadership. As part of my practicum with the Women's Health and Resilience Foundation, much of my work is focused in health education and promoting wellness in our communities. Before we begin, please remember that the information I'll be sharing today is for general educational purposes. If you have any specific health concerns or questions, be sure to consult your primary care provider for personalized guidance. Our conversation today will take a holistic approach, exploring not only the physical aspects of heart health, but also the emotional, social, and lifestyle factors that all contribute to keeping our hearts strong and resilient. Heart disease, or cardiovascular disease, is the leading cause of death among women. According to the American Heart Association, 45% of females 20 years and older are living with some form of cardiovascular disease. It's not just one condition, but a group of diseases that affect the heart and blood vessels. This includes coronary artery disease, heart attacks, heart failure, arrhythmias or irregular heartbeats, and congenital heart defects, which are those present at birth. Understanding what heart disease is the first step to preventing it. Here, we have a picture that shows a normal artery and an artery clogged with plaque. A normal artery is like a smooth, flexible tube that carries blood rich in oxygen and nutrients to your heart and other parts of your body. The inside walls are clear, allowing blood to flow freely, kind of like water moving through a clean pipe. In contrast, an artery clogged by plaque, which is buildup of fat, cholesterol, and other substances, becomes narrow and stiff. This makes it harder for blood to flow through, reducing the amount of oxygen that can reach the heart. Over time, this can lead to chest pains, shortness of breath, or even a heart attack if the artery becomes completely blocked. We're going to discuss some risk factors or causes of heart disease next. There are many factors that can increase our risk for heart disease. Some we cannot control, and some we can. Common risk factors include high blood pressure and cholesterol, smoking, a diet high in fat, sodium, and sugar, lack of physical activity, excessive alcohol use, family history, and of course, age. But here's something many people don't realize, that women's risk factors can look a little bit different. As women, our hormonal and life experiences play a role in our heart health. Things like menopause, pregnancy-related complications such as preeclampsia, and autoimmune conditions like lupus increase our risk. And then there are social factors, caregiver stress, balancing work and family, financial strains, all of which can put extra pressure on our hearts. So knowing the risk is one thing, but recognizing the symptoms is just as important. Heart disease symptoms in women can also look different from those that we see in men. While men often feel crushing chest pains, women might notice pain in the neck, jaw, shoulders, or back, shortness of breath, pain in one or both arms, nausea and vomiting, sweating, dizziness, unusual fatigue, and even something that feels like heartburn. These symptoms can be subtle, and that's why many women wait too long to get help. If you ever feel like something is wrong, trust your instincts. Seek care right away. It could save your life. As I stated before, heart disease is the leading cause of death in women. According to the American Heart Association, heart disease causes 1 in 5 female deaths each year. This is a mom, sister, aunt, friend, or coworker. Heart disease can impact us in a multitude of ways. So how do we limit that? The good news is that heart disease is largely preventable. Up to 80% of cases are linked to lifestyle and environment, which means there's a lot that we can do. And that's where a holistic approach comes in. Holistic health means looking at the whole person: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, occupational, social, and environmental well-being. Because the truth is, your heart doesn't live in isolation. It reflects how you live, love, and care for yourself every single day. So first, let's talk about your physical health. In this pillar, we'll focus on movement, nutrition, sleep, and body care. Typically, when you think about reducing your risk of heart disease, this is the first aspect of health that pings in people's brains. So here are some key tips. You can engage in 150 minutes a week of mild and moderate exercise. You can take a brisk walk, cycling, dance to your favorite song, go swimming. It's just important to get your body moving. You can also include strength training 2 times a week if you're able to maintain muscle and metabolism. You can also follow a Mediterranean or DASH diet rich in vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. It's important to make these diet changes to reduce your risk of plaque building up in your arteries. I know it's hard, but it's important to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. And of course, it's always healthy to avoid smoking and limit alcohol intake. So how does all this help your heart health? It improves cardiovascular fitness, reduces blood pressure, cholesterol, obesity, and insulin resistance, which are all key heart disease risk factors. Next, we're going to highlight your emotional health. This pillar focuses on awareness, expression, and resilience. It's important to practice mindfulness or meditation for 10 to 15 minutes a day. There's now all these cool resources and apps that can help you guide your mindfulness and meditation practices. Journaling to express emotions and track stress triggers is a great way to release all of the emotions from the day. If you want to, you can always seek therapy or counseling for anxiety, depression, or trauma. And it is important to celebrate the small victories in self-care and heart health. Treat yourself. Now, how does all of this help your heart health? Emotional regulation reduces chronic stress, which lowers cortisol and blood pressure, and improving overall heart function. The next pillar we're going to focus on is your mental health. This is going to focus in on your cognitive well-being and your mindset. Some key tips include learning about women's heart health risk and symptoms. And by listening to this presentation, you're already halfway there. It's also important to set SMART health goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. It's a way to organize your health goals so that you can see it in a clearer picture. It is also important to keep learning. Engage in lifelong learning or brain-challenging hobbies like reading puzzles or learning a new language. I know I try to get my brain moving every day by doing the Wordle, so you could also try to do that as well. Why does this help your heart? Well, a positive and informed mindset improves compliance to preventative actions and reduces the mental fatigue connected to stress eating or inactivity. So you got to keep working that brain muscle, and it'll make you more susceptible to following your new healthier lifestyle choices. Next, we have your social health. we're going to focus in on connection, relationships, and support systems. So you can join or start a women's heart health support group, or even get involved with your local women's health groups, kind of like the Women's Health and Resilience Foundation. Schedule a regular time with friends and family for social connection. Participate in community fitness programs like walking clubs. I know Charlotte has a really fun run club. Engage in volunteering, which boosts emotional well-being and morale. Now, how does talking to your friends improve your heart health? Well, social connectedness decreases your stress. It promotes accountability for healthy habits and is linked to lower rates of heart disease and mortality. You ever heard of accountability buddy? Well, improving your social health will help you in promoting accountability for your heart healthy choices. Next, we're going to talk about your spiritual health. This focus area is in meaning, purpose, and connection to your values. Some ways you can improve your spiritual health is through meditation, prayer, or reflection to find calmness and gratitude throughout your day. Attend a faith-based or spiritual community event that encourages well-being. Practice forgiveness and compassion towards yourself and others. Now, this might help your metaphorical heart, but how does this help your physical heart? Well, it enhances your inner peace. It lowers that blood pressure and supports adherence to your healthy lifestyle through a sense of meaning and hope. Next, we have your environmental health. We're going to focus on your physical surroundings and your community environment. Ways to do this is create a relaxing home space. Add some nice plants. Declutter your cabinets. Reduce the noise. Light your favorite candle. Have some mood lighting. Choose a safe walking route or green spaces for your exercise. Support local farmers market or community gardens. Advocate for clean air and smoke-free policies. A healthy environment supports physical activity and reduces exposure to pollution and improve your air quality. These are all important for your heart. Now, the next one I understand can be very difficult. Your occupational and financial health. We're going to focus on work-life balance, stability, and financial wellness. Try setting boundaries at work to reduce chronic stress. During your work days, if possible, take short breaks or walks. Budget for nutritious foods and preventative health visits. Again, prevention is key. Go see your PCP. Seek resources for health insurance or community programs for free screenings. How does this help your heart? Well, constant and chronic job stress and financial strain can elevate your risk for heart disease via your cortisol levels and poor lifestyle habits. Balance and security promotes stability. And lastly, we have your intellectual health. This focus area is in curiosity, creativity, and personal growth. You can attend health workshops or webinars like you're doing now. Try creative outlets like art, music, and writing to help relax the mind. And read evidence-based wellness materials. Why does this help? It keeps the brain active. It encourages self-efficacy and fosters lifelong learning that empowers women to make heart-healthy choices. I know all of this can seem very overwhelming, especially in the beginning, so here are some bonus tips. Combine pillars. For example, a walk and a talk with a friend or family member blends physical, social, and emotional health. Track your progress using a wellness journal. Therefore, when you check off a box of something that you've added to your day-to-day life, you can celebrate those small wins. And set one small goal per pillar each week, which helps the mountain of things to try a little bit smaller. You can add one vegetable per meal. Call a friend on a Wednesday. Do a 30-minute meditation every Monday. Small changes can lead to even bigger changes for your heart health. All in all, it's important to take control of your prevention. Know your numbers, like your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your BMI, your blood sugar. Prioritize your whole body health and wellness. Take care of yourself. Self-care is super important, not only for your heart health, but for your overall wellness. Do that face mask, watch that reality show, take a nap. Anything that you can do to prioritize yourself, do it. And also, it is important to advocate for yourself in healthcare settings. Your voice matters. Use it. And as a community member, let's support one another. Let's encourage screening, share resources, and promote access to care for all women. Thank you all so much for listening to my presentation. Remember, heart health is not just about your body, it's about your whole life. By caring for ourselves and supporting one another, we can help every woman live longer, stronger, and with a full, healthy heart. Take care of your heart because it takes care of you. Bye-bye.